What's up, everybody? You already know is CN Animations here, back with another What If. And I know I haven't been creating What Ifs in quite a while, so I may be a little bit rusty, and I know a lot of people do this, but I'm still gonna do it. Sorry I'm talking too fast. I'll slow down. Well, I know a lot of people do this, but, the name of this dojutsu we'll be having is known as Shino Hoshi, which stands for Stars of Death. Now, how would you get this dojutsu? Well, actually, on this normal thing when I say he either makes it or blah blah blah, at this point, he actually is born with it. Well, not really born with it. He is given it by the Nine Tails. Now. How is he given it by the Nine Tails? Well, this would actually happen during the Zabuza arc. Or, look, I kind of forgot what it's called, the Land of Waves arc. So, Naruto would be currently fighting Haku with Sasuke, and everything will go up to Sam up to the point where Sasuke would get, well, kind of die. Also, sorry for the background noise, those are just my family members. But what happens is, um, Naruto sees Sasuke fall down to the ground, and he decides, and unlike what naturally happens in the actual canon series where he released his energy and not the Kiwi's chakra, instead he released something completely different. His eyes would shift. Instead of having their sky blue like color. Also, if you put why Naruto's hair is black, this is because his name is, because this is Naruto, but he's gained, basically he's the Minma version, but I chose this because it kind of looks cool. And just so you know, he never zips up his jacket. The other scene's just there, but he never zips up his jacket, just to let you guys know. I mean, he does sometimes, but not all the time. But, Naruto's eye, as they shift for the sky blue to the yellowish gold flaming color, as a ring appears, but only one simple diamond-shaped tomoe appears in his eye. He is not, as he goes through hand signs, not knowing what he's doing, as it's just pure rage at this point. He says, Star Thunder style, Raging God, Raju. Also, always realize I said Raju, not Rajin. You'll find why. As he slams his fist into the ground. As he does this, a star, not just a shooting star, with electricity hits the mirror, cracking it. As it hits the mirror, Naruto's eyes, as Haku only sees pure rage, as it glistens, he appears right in front of Haku, bringing his fist back, as he punches him. And he goes to another hand sign, saying, Lightning style, stars of heaven, Rajan, the true thunder god of tempest. As he slams his hand down to the ground, and another shooting star comes. But this time it disappears from sight, only to reappear as someone to punch Haku across the field, and to kick her right back up. Naruto is slowly getting the upper hand. She keeps trying to him with the ice, tries trapping the ice mirror, but he would always break it. And the final jutsu will be relapsing. Star style of the hidden village. Within the village of leaves. He opens his eyes and says, Star God, Hoshi, Kame, Shinigami, Rajan, says all the gods' names, only to stop at the last one. The Star God, Shin. Also, I don't know what the exact. I'm just gonna call that's the star god Shin Shin. By the way, just to let you guys know. As he slams his hands together, and his hands are electrified with every element. And then there's just faint, little glow to it, with some kind of black tears or smoke coming off. As he dashes at Haku as he's ready to deliver the finishing blow. He stops midway to see Haku's mask break, and he's confused. Pretty much after that, everything goes as canon up until they reach the village. Well, no one actually saw his eyes besides Haku. Naruto didn't even know what happened. He couldn't even feel his own body. His body was moving on its own. As he nears the mirror, as he checks his eyes, because well, not really checking his eye. He just watched his face only to look up to see his dojutsu activate. He falls back and the dojutsu deactivates. He's very confused until he passes out and enters the mind's game and sees the Nine Tails. He asks the Nine Tails, what the hell did you do? The Nine Tails says, I did nothing. You have nothing but to blame but yourself for this. And what do you mean? As I said, the Nine Tails did give him the dojutsu, but he doesn't actually know that he had the dojutsu, and let alone gave it to Naruto. As Naruto's whole demeanor just completely took a 180 from the ignorant, happy, attention-seeking, well, standard, to a cold, basically just pretty much sadistic, cold, and pretty much everything the Nine Tails was. Pretty much. Odo says, what's wrong with my eyes? He's like, eyes, what the hell? He looks at his eyes, and as his eyes glow bright yellow. You have the star god. What? Actually, well, it's actually the Shindo Hoshi. We have to come up with a name for that. Why is it called that? Well, because when you walk all the stages, it'll show you. I'll show you why it's called Doors of Death. How do I unlock all stages then? You only have one stage unlocked. The first stage is unlocked by rage. Second, by happiness. Third, just comes naturally. And fourth, comes in the desperation. When you feel desperate or you're about to die, you'll activate. It's kind of surprising that you haven't awoken the second stage. Naturally, you're almost always happy. Yeah, shut up. Just explain what are these abilities I need. Basically, you can manipulate stars. Guessing you're the descendant of one of the Star Clan. The Star Clan? Yes, there's even a village called the Stars, hidden in the stars. But it doesn't actually, well, stars is this random as rock. And yes, I am bringing this into play because I'm pretty sure no one really talks about that clan. So, yeah, I'm bringing that clan into play. So, what about this clan? It worships. The original king used to, well, the first Kage used to worship the star god. And what changed? Nothing. He just died. And he thought his descendants or his disciples would get the star. But no, they didn't. So what do you mean want to call this thing anyway? Stars? No. Shino. What? Shino. Okay. Shino. Oh, that's what we're gonna call it now. So, gonna do? Well, I guess I can train you. It'll be harsh. So, let's get this over with. For the day of the junior exams, Naruto seems to be quite different. Instead of wearing his standard orange color, he got a red and blue, which isn't. He got red and blue due to that the Ninetales kept picking him about his clothes. Except saying, "You do realize orange is like a terrible color for ninjas." He says, "Well, off you, well, you too, Ninetales." As he flips him off. He gets smoothly enraged by this, but he keeps his cool. As the Ninetales tells him, "Well, I could also teach you one of my other techniques that could work with you." Huh? What's it called? Well, I haven't completely mastered it or found a way to combine it, but maybe you can. You know that Tell Beast technique I was teaching you about? Yes, I know about it. What about it? If you fuse that with one of your star abilities, you could make a star Biju. Tell Beast Ball. Or Biju Ball. A star Biju Ball. That doesn't actually sound very bad. Okay, I'll try it. 2 days passed. Yes, 2 days of him training. Well, really, because of the first exam he didn't really care for. Yeah, so, yeah. As we just skipped a whole bunch. Because everything pretty much goes the same right there. And Naruto actually did awaken the second stage. Which now he has 2. The diamond tomoes are across from each other. As the second ability actually allows him to fuse things. Anything that could work with stars. Star style, Biju bomb. His hand circulates with stars around it. Although, and the Biju bomb is up, but it slowly goes back down. He's still thinking wise. Doing this as Naruto tells him that he's putting too much chakra into forming it. Do it naturally with the little bit of chakra. For starters, as he does that, it creates a smaller version, and it creates a bit more chakra, and a bit chakra, and a bit chakra. Then finally, he creates one. As he slams into one of the trees, Naruto and Sakura not know what's going on since they're kind of doing thing. As he said he had to take a leak before becoming. As all they hear is an explosion there. No one else heard it since it was a pretty small explosion. Well, it was a big explosion, but no one could really hear it. They felt a shockwave, but couldn't hear it. Not knowing what the shockwave came from, just thinking it was the wind. Well, Sasuke were the closest near it, so they're trying to find out what that was. When the tree falls over. It was not as strong as it's supposed to be, but it'll do. As he goes back to his teammates, and they just carry on, without even questioning what happened. Or if Naruto heard it. Naruto would yawn. As Orochimaru would appear, gusting Naruto off the branch, but before he can, Naruto would grab onto the branches, solve onto and turn into mist. This confuses him, only for not to appear right behind it. Specks of light appear as he says, "Star manipulation." No, star release. Blazing sun. As he turns around only to get hit by 1,000 stars that burn the sun. Orochimaru is quickly defeated. Well, not defeated. She pretends as he turns into a mud clone. As Naruto is attacked and gets completely blown off until where he meets the snake. The snake rushes at Naruto. Naruto goes to set of hand signs, saying, "Control jutsu of the heavenly stars. You shall be mine." the snake's eyes shift to that of stars, and it changes shape into, and it goes inside of a little orb. Naruto picks it up, saying, now, emptying of that chakra of mine into it, he's no longer into any contract but mine. And, man, I wonder what the snake summonings are going to do about that. I don't care. As we see 10 more summons in his pouch. As he runs right back up, Orochimaru is about to bite Sasuke's neck, only to get kicked by Naruto. And Naruto goes to another set of hand signs. Finally, slamming his hands together as he says, Star Storm! And reaching out his hands to the sky quickly turns completely black. Everyone notices this, and they see stars. Everyone questioning that it's only been a couple of minutes. How is it already nighttime? Except for Sasuke. Well, they are questioning how Naruto's doing this. He slams his hands right back down and says, Fall, stars of death. As the stars vanish from sight only to appear and defeat Orochimaru. But not before Orochimaru bit into Sasuke's neck, giving him the curse mark, as Naruto is quickly thrown away. And grabbing his hands. It's like, damn it, another clone. Now, you're probably wondering what happened and what's the start of death. Well, it wasn't as strong as it's supposed to be, because he's just now using it. He should have been using it a long time. But when the Stars of Death is the main jutsu of that dojutsu. But there's another main jutsu. The jutsu that he'd only learn when he gets all 4 stages. Which he's very close to getting, as the 3rd one has already came to him. His eyes went back to normal, as no one clearly got a good glance. But Orochimaru did have enough to see his eyes as they shifted back to his normal sky blue. He was amazed that Naruto had a dojutsu. He thought of someone else he could think about it, but later. As everything would go the same, as Naruto would pass out from overexertion of his chakra. Everything would pretty much go up to separation, up to the tuning sound, so Naruto would still be sleeping. And he hears his name and he wakes up. Yawns, jumping down and asking what the hell going on. Not really questioning. And just slowly begins to pass out once more. His eyes quickly widens and he dodges a slash to his neck and throws him over. And that's where I'm ending today off. If you guys like this video has to hit 15 likes or more, and I will continue the series. And tomorrow since tomorrow's Easter, I will be continuing Will the Foster had cyber magic. Peace, y'all.